We continue with more news about the Real Housewives of New Jersey. And we need to talk about it. But before we start, welcome back. I'm the Real Andy of Beverly Hills. Welcome to another piece of tea. If you are new here, welcome to Beverly Troop, where I keep it real and I mention it all. So make sure to subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And if you are part of the old crew and you have not done it yet, please go to the notification bell, turn it off, and turn it on again. I am very happy to see that a lot of you are finally getting my videos back. You guys are engaging more. I love that if you are watching the video, you are leaving a comment. That's super important, okay? Always leave a comment, please, okay? All right, guys, let's talk about this mess. A lot of news from the Real House of New Jersey, in the past few days. Now we know Teresa Giudice, Melissa Gorga, and Dolores Catania are returning to the show. And we were greeting with the amazing news that Margaret Josephs, Daniel Cabral, and Rachel Fuda are out of the show. Jackie Goldschneider will not be returning to the show, and Jennifer Fessler will not be returning to the show. But I wanted to focus this video specifically in one news that I am really hating, and is the fact that Jennifer Aydin is officially not returning to the show. Okay, she finally broke her silence on her podcast TV Gold, and that episode, guys, I really recommend it for you to go and watch it, because she kept it real and she has always done it before. I think one of the characteristics of Jennifer Aydin is the fact that she never hid anything. Okay, she put her life on the screen for us. She put it all out there, and I always love her for that. I think one of the characteristics that you need to have to be a real housewife is that you need to be real, because there are so many fakes who wants to fake a life, who wants to live beyond their means, who wants to like pretend to be something that they're not, and that never works. And then you have someone like Jennifer, yes, maybe she was unhinged sometimes, maybe she made mistakes here and there, but that was unapologetically herself, and then she always find a way to take accountability when she needed to take accountability, to apologize when she needed to apologize, and I found that so refreshing. The moment that she opened up about the situations in her marriage, right? And she did it not to act like a victim, but to literally defend herself, her marriage, her kids against a bully, and an asshole who wanted it to come after her. I said that was perfection. I think any other housewife will have been, shaking and being like, oh my God, no, my husband's affair is now out there, how are we gonna twist this? How are we gonna talk about that? And this was not the case with Jennifer Aydin. She was like, get your facts straight. This is what happened. This is how long it happened. We have been working through this. And now you are coming here affecting my family because my kids, who are kids or were kids at that moment, don't even know about this, And I found that such a powerful moment in Housewife. And Jennifer always kept it real, and I think in honor of that realness, she went on her podcast and she talked about everything, She, of course, say goodbye. She says, I am not returning to the Real House of New Jersey. I was not asked to return to the Real Housewife of New Jersey, And she, give her flowers to Teresa, and she talks about, the reconciliation with Melissa and, and all of that. And also she talks a lot about the situations of why she's not returning to the show, including everything that went down with the unhinged blogger last season. I have had the pleasure to meet Jennifer Aydin in person, to meet her family, to spend time with them in the past. And you know, one of the things that I love is when a housewife is exactly the same, like in person, as she is on camera, you know. And she always gave that, you know. They were so real, you know. Bill was the same. Like they are such good people, you know. And my advice was always and has always been to all the housewives and all of the Bravo celebrities in general, you know, is, you know, trust your instincts, but also like really give a chance to get to know the bloggers that you're talking to, you know. Bloggers, YouTubers, podcasters, you know, we are here to connect more the people to the Bravoverse, right? And there are many of us who love Bravo and who wants to do good by the shows and the network, you know. And we know how to manage all of this, you know, and we are good, you know. And even if they tell us stuff, we don't run around spilling, you know, all the beans, you know, because at the end of the day, that will hurt the shows more, right? But there is a lot of like unprofessional podcasters, YouTubers, and bloggers, specifically also like faceless bloggers, right? Who they don't care about any of that, you know. They are just looking of a way to make, you know, the extra $20, or, you know, getting 5 seconds of fame, or hopefully, you know, their name get mentioned, you know, on the show, and they don't care about the repercussions of that, and they don't care about creating real connections or real friendships or any of that, you know. They just want to like go around calling, you know, housewife third grade teachers to see what they did wrong back in the day so they can bring it now, you know, and like all of that. And you really need for these Bravo celebrities who are on the spotlight, you know, you really need to learn how to trust in these people, you know. Jennifer did what she thought it was right at the moment, you know. She basically said, you know, this woman came to me, she said that she needed help because she had, you know, a problem with her daughter, you know, and all of that, you know, and I wanted to help her. And you know, I know for a fact that she sent her stuff, you know, and she sent her I think some things for a baby or something like that, you know. And of course, when you start, you know, getting together and talking, you know, you talk as a Bravo celebrity, you talk because these reality shows are about your life, you know. And one thing that Bravo celebrities have in common when they talk to, you know, us is they want to put their point of view out there as well, because Bravo and editing will be shady sometimes, you know, and they will change narratives and they will make them look like villains where they might not be villains, you know. So they usually like come to us and talk, you know. And I talk to so many Bravo celebrities and they're always telling me the same, like, please don't say anything, please don't say anything. And I always tell them the same, girl, if you go to my channel, you know that I'm not going around, you know, looking for views or for $20 extra, you know. I will never say anything unless you are authorizing me to say it, you know. Many of the teas, you know, or exclusive tea that I gave you comes not only from Bravo celebrities, but also from, you know, executives or higher ups and production and like people that I talk, you know, all the time. And I think that's why they trust me, because they know that I will not going around, you know, just like, oh, I'm just gonna put this out there, you know. And you have to learn how to deal with people like that, you know. And you have to like really spend some time building that trust before you start actually putting that certain information out there, you know. And I think that was Jennifer's mistake, you know. She trusts too fast. Jennifer has a huge heart, you know. She is always willing to help. She is, I mean, she, and I can say that because she has told me this, you know. But she and other Bravo celebrities out there are in the ones, you know, that, for example, contribute to my and my husband's toy drive that we do for charity at the end of the year, you know. Many of you have also been part of that as well. So, and that's always something that is very big, because it's like, oh, look, this is for charity, this is for kids, you know. No one is getting rich by doing any of this, you know. And she's one of the persons who always send toys for the toy drive, you know. And I always thought of that, of like, wow, you know, this is really 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 amazing. She has a big heart. She wants to help people, you know, and she is amazing TV. She is really really good TV. And she said, you know, I trust on this person, and at the end of the day, I was scammed by this person, you know. She didn't say scam, she said I was coop, I don't know, something like that, you know, by this person. She says, I don't even know if this person is actually has a kid with special needs or anything, because, you know, she turned on me, and this person ended up like sending all of the conversations to like Margaret Josephs and like all of that, and it was just a huge mess. And I think that was eventually what led to, you know, Bravo not asking Jennifer Aydin to be back, which still I think it's a huge mistake, you know. Or whoever you're gonna bring really need to fill those shoes, because we need people, we need housewives who have money, who are able to live the lifestyle, and who are real, and who are not afraid of confrontation or of what people will say, you know. I'm still, you know, having hopes that maybe she could be like a friend of the show and see some cameos, because she is actually really really, she and Bill are really really good friends with Teresa and Louis, you know. So I'm really hoping that we get to see them back, you know, to be there and to keep giving us great reality TV. But Jennifer, I want to tell you that you will be very 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 missed. And you and your family are amazing. You are beautiful human beings. Your mom, you know, she filled my heart so much the moment that I met her in person. And I hope that, you know, and I don't hope, but I know that this is not gonna be the last time. I love your brothers, I love all your family. It's just amazing, and this is not the end for you. And I know so many amazing things are gonna be coming for you. And, you know, that's it. I want to really dedicate this video to the amazing Jennifer Aydin and all the great TV that she gave us through the years. So anyways, let me know what you guys think on the comments below. And if you want to get all the tea related to the Real Housewives of New Jersey or any of the other Bravo shows, make sure to like this video, share this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you around. See ya. Bye.